Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? So here we have a 30, like a 14 records, right? So if I remove a duplicates based on department number, how many records will be survive to output? Okay, so how many unique departments are here? 10, 20, and 30. So there are three unique departments. So if I remove the duplicates based on department number, so I should be getting three records to output. But what if I remove duplicates based on employee number? Are there any duplicates based on employee number? No, because there are no duplicates based on employee number. It's a primary key. Employee number is a primary key which defines the table. Okay. So if you delete a duplicates based on department number, you will get three records. If you delete based on employee number, you will get 14 records. Nothing will be deleted basically. If you combine and do it, if you use two columns to delete the duplicate records, you will get same 14 records. Okay, when you delete it individually based on department number, then only it will be three records. Otherwise, there will be 14 records. Okay, let's try to design that. I hope software is working for everyone. Okay. So once this is done, the training is done, I will show you the latest software. So latest software will occupy a lot of memory and then uh, takes a lot of time to open the software. Okay. I have a latest 11.5 version is there, but not in my other PC. So I will show that later. Okay. For now, you practice. For practicing purpose, we can use this. There is no issue. Once it is done, and I will show how to. Both are same. Okay. So the old version and new version, the only difference would be new version is having a connectors for cloud. Okay. So around 7 or 10, like around this was around 7 years old. Okay. So there was no AWS or Azure or big data. Okay, so they became popular these days. So similarly, the IBM Data Stage created a new connectors to load data into a cloud directly. So similar, like we see here. So like we see here in database, we see here these things. So when it comes to new versions, there will be a new connectors like a Snowflake. Snowflake is a new data warehouse. We will see Snowflake connector, extra connector here. Okay, that's the that kind of difference you see. But look and feel everything is same. There is no change in the data processing at all. So same techniques being used for years and years. Okay, so yeah, let's create the same job. Okay, let's delete the records. Okay, so if you want to delete the duplicate records, then what is the steps you have to perform? Okay, so same steps. So first you don't need to import metadata because you have imported yesterday. Okay, so we can only import once and store it in repository and use it whenever you need it. So step one, Oracle connector to read the data. Okay, so second one would be remove duplicate stage. So we need to tell what is the key column. Based on which key column you want to delete the duplicate records. Third part would be saving a file in operating system by using sequential file stage. Okay. So we call them as stages. So these are all the stages, different types. Processing for data processing. File is for to read a data from file or store it in a file. Okay, development and debug, I will talk about them later. Okay, database to read and load data from databases. Okay, so let's create a new job. Oracle connector, processing, remove duplicate. file, which is a sequential file. So extract, transform and load. Okay, go to general, take the link from here, map it. Or else you can even hold your right click and drag, also will work. Okay, try this first and later if you have external mouse then only it will be easy, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so extraction, I'm going to extract 14 records, remove the duplicates, then they will become 3 and then store a file in output folder. Okay, so double click and open. So server name, Oracle, username is Scott, password is Tiger. Then do you want me to generate the SQL at runtime? Yes, you generate it. I will just pass the table name, employee, EMP table name. Okay. So columns, yesterday we did import the metadata or table structure. Now I will just load it. I don't need to import every day. So only one time you have to do import. Plugin Oracle. So here it is there. You just have to load it. Same steps I'm performing. Okay, whatever I did yesterday, I'll be doing same thing. But the only thing, the transformation will be different at this time. Okay. So remove the duplicates. So if you open a stage, so here it is asking based on which key column you want to remove the duplicates. I want to remove the duplicates based on department number. Okay, that is fine. So duplicate to retain first or last. So what is the meaning of this? Okay, I'm removing the duplicates. So how many 20s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s are there. So which 20 you want me to send it to output? The first 20 or last 20? So duplicate to retain first duplicate record or last duplicate record. So here there is option first or last. By default we keep it first. That means first 20 will be kept and the remaining 20s will be deleted. For 30, first 30 will be kept. Similarly, first 10 will be kept and remaining will be dropped out. Okay, if you select the last record will be sent to the output, remaining records will be deleted. Okay, within a group. So there are 620 records. Last record will be selected. This is the last one will go to output. If I select a last, okay. First one is the default option, we keep it. Okay. So that's the meaning of this duplicate to retain. Go to output, right click, select all, and then just simply map it under column name. So columns, I pass the column from here to here. Okay. So file, I want to save it. So let's browse for a file. Under Ds output folder, I shown you path yesterday where it is. Okay, so emp underscore remove duplicate .txt. We are just giving a file name, so we are telling data series you create an output file with the captured output from remove duplicate. First line is column name. Yes, I want to keep the first line as a column name. Format delimiter, I will follow the standard like a pipe. That's the usual standard generally we follow. And you can use any symbol or there are some predefined delimiters like a comma and white space. Okay, so I remember most important I said you must handle null values because sequential file cannot handle null values by default unless you select a null field value equal to single quotes, right? So like I shown the example, if commission is null, that record will not be captured if you don't handle null. Okay, so give null field value equal to single quotes. So that's it. Our simple job design has been done. So let's compile it. Make sure you save it under click on the jobs folder. Okay, what you guys do is you don't click it, so you will be ended up storing somewhere here. Okay, make sure you need to click on the jobs. This path should be jobs path only. If you don't click on it, what you do is simply expand it. When you expand it, path will not change. Okay, you have to explicitly click on that folder. Okay, then only path will change. Okay, so emp underscore rtp underscore job. Okay, so compile. Okay, let's try with the different keys. Okay, let's see. So if I remove the duplicates based on department, there should be 3 records to output. Okay, so here output file will be created. Okay, see 3 records to output. By looking at the number, if statistics, you can tell your job design is correct or not. So let's validate. Okay, so this is the sorted by date. Okay, so 3 records 10, 20, and 30. Okay, 10, 20, 30. Okay, so let's try to remove the duplicates based on employee number and see. EMP number. Nothing should be deleted. 14 records should go to output because they are unique, right? So these are all unique. See, nothing is deleted. So usually in real time, we remove the duplicates based on multiple keys. Okay. So if you click on keys that define key, select a key. Okay. And then department number, employee number and department number, both I'm using to delete my data. So if you use the same combination, it will be same. So nothing will be deleted. Okay. That's what the remove duplicates is. Okay, so are you good? Are any doubts here? So you need to understand the data first. Job design and everyone can do. Okay, but understanding data is important. Okay, any doubts here? Shweta, Sajita, you guys following me?
Good.
Okay. So let's go to yesterday's job. Okay.
So, you are seeing the data from the output data set, or how you are seeing the data in the output?
This is a file. Sequential file will create a text formatted file. So I have created my output file under DS output folder,
Okay,
desktop DS output.
TTS. Okay.
Yeah, so here I open the same folder and open it here. If you want to look at the data from here, right click and view data. It will
Okay.
be same thing. So data C is going to access the data from your operating system and it will show.
Yeah. Yeah. So usually we store the data in .ds format, or anything would be fine.
For intermediate jobs only, we will use the data sets, but
Okay.
final output files we will use sequential file only to store. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have that data set also. I'll be teaching data set. Yeah, after 2 classes. That's the
Okay.
intermediate purpose. Only within the data stage only it will work. It
Okay.
can't take that to outside.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is about this. So let's go to yesterday's job. Okay. So where is yesterday's job? Delete all this.
Yeah, that one. AMP.
Sunlight, right. So what I will do is I will delete one of the records. I will delete one of the department. Okay. So here 10 department number 10 is going into this one. 20 to this folder. Okay, fine. Let's assume in reality your table is having multiple departments, 100, maybe 5 departments. Let's assume your file is having, your source is having 5 or 10 departments. Okay, you are filtering only two departments. That means you have to keep only two conditions. Okay, link ordering 0, 1, 5, 7, 0 and 1. Okay, 10. Okay, 10 and 20 only I'm filtering. Okay, so what will happen to other than 10 and 20? They will be dropping. ETL tool will not store. It will just drop it on the back end. But I want to capture all the unmatched conditional records. 10 and 20 is a conditional matched records. But I want to capture unmatched conditional records, which is like a the department number 30, 40, 50 or something like that. Okay. So what you do is you simply give a link, give another link to the bottom, downwards, pointing downwards. Right click and convert it to reject. Okay, you see here. So this is a stream link. Whatever we use regularly, that is a stream link. So generally it is a stream link when you given it. When you right click and convert to reject, that will become a reject link. So unmatched data, unmatched condition data will be captured into this file, this link. So from the link we can put a file. So file will capture that. Okay. So simply browse for file, empty filter underscore reject.txt. Okay. So here what you need to do. So output rejects. Do you want me to reject any rejected records? Do you want me to send it to output? Yes, I want to send it to output. If you put false, you don't need to give a link. If you put true, then only you will have to give a link to capture them. And if you have any requirement to capture, then only you have to put a true up, select the true, output rejects. Yes, I want to reject the outputs and I want to capture it. So true. If you put false, then you don't need to bother. Those records will be dropped on the back end. System will scratch that. Okay. So you compile and run. So tens will go here, 20s will go here, and 30s. So how many 30s are there? There are 530 records. This reject link will have a 30 records. And you don't even need to map for reject links. Automatic mapping will be done for reject links. The mapping means this. So where you map the columns, right? Output mapping. For the reject link, you don't need to map. See, I think everything will be mapped automatically for reject link. So 30 records, 5 records, and 6 records. So 10 and 20. Okay, other than 10 and 20, it will be 30. Okay, reject records. So reject records, how many? There are 430s. I did not handle null values. See, that's why 2 records are dropped. It is showing, so here link is showing 6 records, but I'm having only 4 records when I open and see the file. Because I did not handle the nulls. 2 records were dropped due to that. Okay, make sure you handle nulls. So here format null field value equal to single quotes. Compile and rerun and let's see the file. That should be having 6 records. Okay, so now you see there are 6 records. Okay, so whoever had a commission null, those records were dropped earlier. Okay, now they are also showing. Okay, that's what the importance of null handling in sequential file. Okay, so I just kept a delimiter as a comma and quotes double. So it is showing like that. So if you remove it, then it will not show. So I kept delimiter as a comma. Okay, this is a comma, is a delimiter. Quotes double. Okay, so if you see here, quotes is a double I kept. I did not change anything. I kept as it is the default options. Okay, that's what the how to capture the reject records from filter. Okay. So now let's create a job to use the both stages together. Okay. So for example, I want to read the data from Oracle. After that, I want to filter the data where department number equal to 30. 30 is having 6 records. And then I want to remove the duplicates after the filter. So, and then create an output file. Okay. So you will have, this is how real scenarios is going to be. You'll have to use multiple stages together, not a single stages. Okay. Depends on your requirement. You have to use all the stages together. So 14 records will be extracted. Department number equal to 30. 6 records will come from here to here. After remove duplicate, 1 record will go to output. Let's design that. So Oracle start and then Tiger. Generate SQL as runtime. Yes. If you put no, you will have to write a query. So when you put no, then you need to write a select star from EMP. You have to write a query. If you put yes, you just need to give table name. Okay, both would be similar unless you are writing any special query. Okay. So second step would be loading a columns. So we imported it yesterday and then I will just load the structure, table structure. Done. So properties of Oracle connector is done. Filter. Okay. Input columns, copy the column name, department number. I want to capture where department number equal to 30. Okay. And I don't want to capture any rejected data because I don't need that. This is it. So this is all my requirement is. And then map the columns to output. Okay. So filter the data and then map the columns to remove duplicates. Now remove the duplicates based on department number. Duplicate to return a first record. Map the columns to output. Okay. Create a output file. So browse for file. To compile it, so as I said, you must save it under on the jobs folder. Click on the folder and then save it. So underscores only allowed for the job names or the p filter job. Okay. So from here to here 14, here to here 6, here to here 1 record should be there. I mean, I'm guessing, so that should be. In real time, you cannot tell the numbers, but at least you should be able to understand because there will be millions of records in real time. So see here to here 14, from here to here 6, from here to here 1 record. Okay, you can even open refresh and open output file. That's it, right? Understand this requirement? How to use both stages together now?
Yeah, in the Oracle connector, where you gave the select statement, can we not write the where condition there?
You can write it.
Okay.
You can write. So that's why. So when you say it is no, that means you are saying you want to write a query. So here you can write anything. Okay, I will show that later when we use them. You have to be good in query writing. So then you can use this part. Instead of, let's say, instead of doing all this stuff filtering here, I will remove the
Mm-hmm.
filter from here. Whatever you said, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
Select star from table where DEPT number equal to 30.
Mm.
Then from this source we are getting only 6 records. What happened? Mapping, huh? Okay, mapping is because I deleted one of the link. So that means instead of using a filter, you are applying filter within the database itself.
Yeah.
So 6 records from here to here, and then from here to here 1 record.
Yeah.
See?
And also, if the job like it is unsuccessful or something, then is there anywhere we can go and see the error?
Yes. So tools run director. This is going to open
Okay.
a new window that is going to show the job log. Okay. So if there are any warnings or success, for every job there will be a log will be captured. Okay, in a director.
Oh.
So yeah, I will show you that.
Mhm.
Thought of showing for failed jobs, but let me show you.
Okay.
So yeah, what did I open? Go to tools and run a director. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is the job I just did, right? RMD and then RDP and filter job. So click on the job and then top fifth option is a job log.
Okay.
See,
Oh, okay.
it is having some warnings. Okay, so yellow color means warnings, that is a failure, green is success. Okay, so here job is started. So what are these warnings? When validating export schema, e name field handled without null values. What job is it? EMP RDP. Didn't I handle? Oh, see, I did not handle null values, and then it is complaining. So see,
Okay.
read this. So it is saying exporting nullable field without handling without null handling properties. So there is a null coming, but you are not handling that. So if I handle nulls and rerun a job, that warning should go away.
Okay.
Job is running, so I can just started writing. Okay, so there are no warnings now, you see, success.
Okay.
So this is the query
Yeah.
you have written, select star from EMP. Okay,
Okay.
you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. How about others? Did you guys understand? Okay. So let's try to read the data from file. Okay. So far we're just seeing how to read the data from table, right? So now let's try to load the data from file, okay, into table. Let's see how we can do. So let's go to your output folder, whatever is the files you created yesterday. What was the file you created? Or else you just do one simple job, okay? Let's create a new simple job. File new. So take the database, Oracle connector, and store output directly. There is no transformations, extract and loading only. So simply extract the employee table data. So Oracle is a server start tiger. Generate SQL at runtime is so EMP columns, load the table structure. Okay, so store it in a file without any transformation, just a plain employee file. So emp.txt. First line is column name. Yes, I want to keep first line as a column name. Format should be, so follow the same standards. 5. I do not want any quotes. Null handling, null field value equal to 2 single quotes. So compile the job. So return the jobs folder. So emp data job. Because I'm going to read this output file as an input file from the next job. Refresh. See, employee file is created. So there are 14 records in employee file. Now I want to read this file and load it into table. Okay, I want to read this file. Okay. So if you want to read a file, what is the first step? If you want to read a file or table, first you need to import the metadata. That is a common step for anything. So import. So I need to import the table structure, file structure. This is a file. I need to tell what is the structure of this file to data stage. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 columns are there. Same, right? Same as table. And different data types. I need to tell that to a data stage. So go to data stage, import table definition, sequential file definition, because it is a text formatted file. For tables, you go for plugin, or plugin will work, or ODBC will work, but we saw plugin, how to use plugin. So for table files, you can go for sequential file. So where is your input file? So in the DS output folder, see Ravan desktop. Okay, so my output folder, the file is there. So see here, so you select the .txt formats or star.star, it will show. Our file is a emp.txt, my file name is. Okay, this one I want to import. So click on this and import. Where the structure is going to be stored here. Table definitions, sequential DS output. This is the where on the left side you see table definitions. This is where the structure is going to be imported. Click on import. Okay, fine. So what is the delimiter here? It's a pipe symbol. Okay, so maybe you can copy if you have any doubt. Copy this symbol. So give it here. So delete the delimiter. So here it's not a tab, space or comma. So you give a pipe symbol here. So first line is column name. Do you have a first line as column name in your data? Yes, I have it. So I need to select first line is column name. Okay, quotes, you don't worry about quotes. Keep the doubles as these quotes as default. We do not have any quotes. Okay. So I said this is the delimiter of my file. First line is having column name. So these two options I have selected. It's not a fixed width columns. Fixed width is a different format. Okay, you don't worry about that. Go to define the next thing. Okay. So see, data stage is identified. Data stage has identified what is what. Okay. How many columns are there? 8 columns. Okay. So it is smart enough to identify. Uh, and then it is showing this is how I am able to read the data. Employee number, employee name, job, manager, hire date. Okay. So it has identified. Okay. So only thing you should do, you make sure you keep the nullability as S for every column. Okay. So that would be a better option. Okay. So if you keep nullability as S, then if there are any nulls coming, then it should be good. If you don't handle it, that record will not be readable by sequential file. If there are any nulls in a job or manager or hide date, you cannot read it unless you select S option. So by default, we generally select S for any file. Okay. So data type is integer. Employee number is just a number. Integer will allow only numbers. Employee name is a variable character. Okay. Length is 255. Job is a clerk, it's a character, variable character. Manager is integer. And then hire date is a date format. Data stage can identify the date format. So data stage date format should be like this only. Year, month and date. YYYY hyphen MM hyphen DD format. That's the default format. If you want, you can convert to different formats also. And then salary is a numeric. Numeric is nothing but a decimal where you have a precision and scale. Okay. So numeric or decimal will work for this. Commission is also numeric because sometimes commission will be there 500 rupees, something like that, right? And then integer. Department number is a number. It's just a number can be represented as an integer. Okay, everything looks good for me, so I will press OK. Okay, done. So if you go to table definitions, sequential file, ds output you see emp.txt. Double click and open to see columns. Okay, same thing will be there. Now I want to read the output file. Okay, now I want to read that file. File new parallel job. So we go to the sequential file. Okay, so how do I read it? File, browse for a file, emp.txt. First line is column name, it is having yes. What is the format? If I want to read a file, you must open and see what is the delimiter. It is a pipe symbol. What is the quotes? No quotes. And you handle the null values to single quotes. Columns, go to columns and load the table structure, file structure. Okay. So previously we were reading data from table. Now it is I'm reading from file. Okay. So same properties. So give the file properties and format of the file. Columns are loaded. So let's try to view the data. If I given everything correctly, then only file data would be shown here. If anything is wrong, then it will throw error saying you format doesn't match or something like that. Okay. It should be able to bring the data. So it is reading the data. So that means there is no issue in the properties, whatever I have selected. Okay, commission is treated as null wherever there is no commission. Okay. That's okay. So let's say I want to, yeah, transformation, yeah, it doesn't matter. So maybe you can do the filtering. For example, do the filter for where department number equal to 20. So input columns, department number equal to 20. Map the columns. Okay, fine. So where do we store this data? So I want to store it in a table. I want to create a new table and I want to store it in that new table. Okay. So I will create a new table. Okay, create table emp underscore dummy as select a star from emp where 1 equal to 2. Okay. So I'm creating a table same as employee table, but I'm not loading any data. If you put where 1 equal to 2, none of the record will come to the output, but only creating a table structure. Okay. I'm creating a table employee underscore dummy same as employee table structure. So this is the syntax you can use. So table created. You write a select star from EMP. Nothing will be there. Select star from EMP underscore dummy. No data will be there. Okay, just table is created, but not the data I have loaded into dummy table because I put 1 equal to 2. 1 is not equal to 2, right? So yeah, that's why no records are matched while creating a table. If you don't give this condition, 14 records will be loaded into a dummy table also. Okay, you can try with a different name and test it. So here we are going to load the data into emp underscore dummy table. So here Oracle, Scott, Tiger, generate SQL at runtime. I want to insert the data into table. Okay. EMP underscore dummy. I will talk about rest of the options later. Okay. Let's create a job. Store it. EMP file to tab underscore job. Okay, so yeah, compile it and then run it. My records loaded into my new table. Let's see. How do you confirm whether data is loaded or not? You have to write a select start from table. See, loaded, right? This is what they expected. Okay, so file to table I did. So I created a new table, created a file, read data from file and then loaded into a table. It's a other way around. Whatever we are doing yesterday and today, so it's a completely other way around. File to table I'm doing. Okay. So good. Are you guys good here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that should be good. I will stop here. I don't want to go forward. So, right.